So, what is the funniest slash most embarrassing thing that's happened to you in rehearsal or on stage or an audition in your theater
Ever?
career? Ever. Unless it's too embarrassing.
Right. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I would probably say I have fallen down the stairs in a show. That was a little rough, but I've also lost my wig 2 times, and the most recent one was in Legally Blonde, and I played Paulette, and I was in the middle of a bend and snap, and it was a disaster, but I mean, I just kicked it right off the stage.
What is the funniest or most embarrassing thing that's happened to you in a rehearsal or on stage?
Oh goodness. Could it be in like an audience of a show? Because okay, so I was at my first show at ABT. Like I went to go see my first show at ABT, and I went with my mom, and I was really excited because I like always wanted to be a theater kid type thing. And the guy comes out to like talk and announce the show, and it's Into the Woods. So I get really excited, and I'm sitting like this, and I was like, "Oh mom, it's starting!" And I went like this, and I rolled all the way down the aisle in ABT during the opening announcements with the dress. My defense mechanism is to pretend like I don't know what's going on when something like that happens. So this lady was like, "Are you okay, young lady?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And I stood up and walked back and like dragged my chair, and the whole time they just paused the opening announcements and waited for me to sit down. So yeah.
That's awesome.
I think somebody already has said this story before, but I was in a production of Wizard of Oz, and I was the captain of the Winkies, and I was supposed to bring on a water bucket so that Dorothy could throw on the bucket to the witch, and I forgot that bucket, so Dorothy had to take my axe and chop the witch down, and so she went down, I'm bleeding! It was an interesting way to end the show.
Alright, now what's the funniest, most embarrassing thing that's...
A girl was supposed to stage kiss me, but on the last show she actually kissed me in person. And when that happened, I turned away and for 5 seconds just tried not to burst out laughing, but the whole audience noticed that it was a real kiss without the thumbs on my lips, and they started laughing. The hardest thing ever, it was the hardest thing to ever do, was not laugh during that part.
Well, I can think of one thing. I was in Into the Woods at Grease Paint Youth Theater, and it was our final show, and we had just started the ending number, and there are 2 pillars that are on the floor, and like a wreck sort of, and I'm usually great at hopping over these because I have to get over one really quickly, and I was emotional because it was the last show and I was so close to this cast and I wasn't really thinking, and I tripped on stage in full lights in the middle of this song, and I just got up and limped off and then did the rest of it and I could hear people laughing, and all my castmates were like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" But I was really upset now that I'm laughing about it.